This is the Serious Paradox of Reality, 1954 copyright. So the designer, the writer, the author invented this before that time. Really what it's about is, Krishnamurti mentioned it and the Nordics say too, we humans here, mankind, we live horizontal, interact horizontal, 1, 2, it's all duality. And Krishnamurti said in the Nordics, and other ETs say, where we have to begin now to interact vertically as well as horizontally. And it applies in a strange way to astrology for an astrologer who has talked to an astronaut. As astrologers we use, two-dimensional charts. It's just like a circle and then we paint planets in it and construct a mental construct, a structure which is really a concept of what astrology would be. When in reality, in astrology as well, as astrologers we are used to draw two-dimensional pictures which are actually conceptual renderings of what the reality is supposed to look like. So right there you see what horizontal thinking does. The reality of astrology, astronomical calculations, has a reality behind that is more than three-dimensional. And yet we work two-dimensional. So that's the point. To sum up, the Nordics and Krishnamurti said humans operate in duality on a horizontal line when we must absolutely begin to interact vertically. And that applies also to the entire space exploration, obviously. So in French, original language, I read this as a 10-year-old in 1969 when Buzz Aldrin and Collins actually supposedly were here. So in French it says hello, hello, allo, allo, ici la Terre, here is the Earth, allo, allo, I'm calling the lunar rocket, hello, hello, anyone there? 1954. Now that's the English translation. The science is discussing it. This is TinTin, copyright 1954, 15 years before the moonshot, the Moonrakers. I just told you about Dr. Mitchell, Apollo 14. Hergé wrote all about it. Actually in French it was called We Walked on the Moon in 1954, or One Walked on the Moon. In English it was called Destination Moon and then Explorers of the Moon. And then 50 years later, Light Seeds, my own book. The summary of all this story is that we are hybrid beings, hybrid human beings, humanoids, living in hybrid spaces, and we're not actually designed genetically in the way we're now to live on this planet. That's the reality, and I said we have to realign to reality. That's the paradox of reality of the book Light Seeds and the Contact Zones. And in 2137, that's an interesting year with Pluto in Gemini and Neptune opposite of it in Sagittarius. That's the date 2137. That's 120 years from now. 10 Jupiter cycles, many Saturn cycles, etc. That was in Light Seeds given as a contact zone. So they speak from a time to come to us. I've many times said it's not just about do we go to Mars, Moon or wherever, it's in which time zone are we actually talking to each other. And yes, there are many ETs talking to many people on this planet at all levels, personal, teachers, educators, universities, scientists, doctors, of course governments, deep state, military, industrial complex. It's a vast communication in space around the Earth, and that's what we're discussing. Where are we going together with the Space Brothers to create a new mankind. A new mankind.